What's up? This is Pink. You're watching Fuse On Demand. Get it when you want it.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's the Black Eyed Peas. And are you ready for a full hour of us? Oh, no, seriously. Are you ready for a full hour? Because if you are, then you stay right here on Fuse TV. You're going to see Black Eyed Peas then and now. You're going to see me with dreads. Now you're going to see me without dreads. You're going to see Apple with dreads. Then you're going to see Apple without dreads. You're going to see Fergie with blonde hair. Now you're going to see her with black hair. You're going to see Taboo with long hair. Now you're going to see him with short hair. Then and now. Boom, boom, pow. Knock him out. Schlang.
That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night.
If it smells like funk, it must be us.
We keep it stinky, stinky.
We keep it stinky.
The funk phenomenon. All the titles to our records tell a story.
This album represented our life and our journey as a group from 1995 when we first started Black Eyed Peas to 98.
Well, I had dreads on this one.
Go back to them.
Definitely hungry times.
Like we was broke. Like, we were broke. I remember we went shopping, we got our advance, and we went out thrift store shopping. So I was like, yo, so let's get everything brown. So we went out and we went shopping together. And this wall is at LAX. Yeah, so all the time we land home, we pass by this wall. It's crazy because, you know, we travel around the world as the Black Eyed Peas. And all the time we come from the international terminal to go home, we pass this wall. So this is like the birth of the Black Eyed Peas, and all of our travels around the world, we still are reminded that, you know, the beginning where we were at, you know, when we filmed this album cover. I remember when we first got the record deal for this, and we signed to Interscope because Jimmy Iovine said, if you sign with us, no matter how many records you sell, you'll always be able to make records at Interscope. And so that's why we went there. So this is like like Taboo said, our journey as the Black Eyed Peas.
But on this album, we did have Macy Gray before she blew up.
Yes.
And we also had Red Foo from LMFAO.
Yes.
On this album.
Yes.
I remember seeing these guys first on TV, and I saw the video for Joints and Jams.
That's the joint, that's the jam. Turn it up and play it again.
And I heard the song at the club, and it was a club banger. It was one of my favorite club songs. It was one of those ones where my friends and I, whenever it would come on, it was like, oh, it's that song. So I saw the video, and I was very intrigued by them. And I knew from that day on, I said, I'm gonna work with this band. And, you know, years later, here we are. This band.
Bridging the Gap is our second record that came out in 2000. And it was an album which best represented the relationships and the people we met on tour.
We got to tour with the people we were inspired by, you know, like with Wyclef, to Public Enemy, to Busta Rhymes, to Cypress Hill. And this album took us all over the world.
We had done a tour called the Warped Tour. And it was the first time that we had done that type of punk rock tour. We were a hip hop band performing for this type of audience. And we kind of felt like we were bridging the gap between hip hop and different genres.
When this record came out, Napster came out, and we were a college group. So all of our fans had this record before it even came out. You know, we go to the record company at the time. No one knew about the internet and how powerful it was. We said, yo, we want blackeyedpeas.com back. So they're like, sure, they just gave it to us. So now we own our own domain, and we're, you know, bridging the gap. We learned so much about the internet, where it was going, and like we wanted to be worldwide since the beginning. Like we got Black to Asian and Caucasian saying that's the joint. Like it was in our brain that we wanted to be a global group.
That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's
In 2001, we went in the studio to work on this. We were in
Bodega Bay.
Bodega Bay in the Bay Area, and we turned in Words of Love. They didn't think it was a hit, We wrote Let's Get It Started, Let's Get Retarded, turned it in, they didn't think it was a hit. So we would turn all these songs in and they said it wasn't a hit. So that's why we was like, you know what? You know, let's do us. We always knew that this would potentially be our last record. So we weren't trying to make hits. We were just trying to make good songs that we liked and enjoyed. And we were all going through some tough times, you know? And this record was like therapy for us.
During writing Anxiety, I was actually having anxiety. I was like, I couldn't stay inside the studio, and I was like paranoid, and you know, I was going through some personal stuff, personal problems. So this album actually saved my life. And like, you know, the addition of Fergie on this one was beautiful, and this is when we got to like start to headline and doing our own shows and stuff. So this album is incredible.
We had a session for this song called Shut Up. And our boy Dante Santiago was like, yo, why don't you guys have Ferg sing on the song? Because we were looking for a female singer. And she knocked it out. She killed it. So from that point on, we were able to have her on more songs.
And I remember I wanted to wear my hair in dreads. I wanted to get long dreads. And Will told me I couldn't because then we'd just be the dreadheads because Apple had dreads and then he had dreads and I'd be like the blonde dreadhead coming in and it would look weird. So I just remember that fun fact.
Like, you would have dreadlocks?
Yeah, I don't, you know, I'm always doing crazy things with my hair, and that was my moment of the dreads. And so I still kind of rebelled and did it a little bit in my ponytail.
That tonight's gonna be a good night.